morning, friends. How is everybody on this Friday? I'm sure that you are all well. We are here, so it's a good day regardless. And in these moments we get to share together, they have become very precious to me. So like I said in my post, I will definitely be still doing these over the coming days, but I'm going to have to step away from the others just to give my body a rest and prepare to go kind of back at it, you know. Roll and start, right? So here we are in the new moon. New moon's a great time to set intentions. There's some really cool stuff coming lunar-wise over the coming month. There's the new moon tonight, and then, or today, and then the 5th is the full moon, and then the 21st, the summer solstice. Nice, there's a lunar eclipse. That's going to be fun. It's like a ring of fire thing, though. It's really created by one of our satellites, but it's still going to be really cool. And the fact that it's even happening on that day is pretty rad. So, yeah, neat energies going on. For sure. And then those of you that are into the astrology stuff and the moon like I am, I think it's pretty rad. And I always talk about that being saltwater beings, I believe, how could we not be affected by the moon? It affects the tide and everything that we do. And they do say spiritually that the moon is, oh my word, the moon is our internal work and the sun is outer. So, you know, take with that what you will, and how we play in class today, and how things come up for you. Just allow yourself to get comfy in your yogi seat or lying down. Maybe you're listening to this just before bed. You can take this whenever you want. So you can come back to these at any time and play with them. And even go back to some other ones. I did actually go back and do one of my own because I got so caught up in staying here that I couldn't really float off and really have a look around. So I've said that before, sometimes I get so floaty it's hard to talk. So we, it was kind of cool to go back and have a look at those. And then again in the moon world, so Venus is in retrograde. Those of you that know, in retrograde just is a direction. And because we're on the earth, it looks like it's going backwards. It's not, it's just an illusion, right? So when Venus decides to do some work, she's money, creativity, of course, love. Things can get a little hairy canary. So just be mindful if you find yourself feeling a little bit different than you typically do. Maybe that's why, maybe it's not. And when it's under the new moon at the same time, things might get a little tricky. So just give yourself a break and you know, just, it's okay. Whatever's going on is okay. We're going to be fine. We'll figure it out. But maybe, I know for me that sometimes my words can be biting and sometimes a bit harsh, so I'm going to try to be mindful with my words. And also not be self-critical. Sometimes I get super enthusiastic. So we're just going to really be mindful of that as well. And one thing that definitely brings up for us, and again, this word has come up more times than I can count over the last 36 hours, is the word value. So Venus, you know, besides that whole retrograde thing, love and money and creativity, but really brings us to reassess what we value and who we value. So let's just come from kindness, Maitri, that beautiful ancient ritual of self-kindness. And just rub the hands together nice and soft, get in your yogi seat and start to feel the breath moving through the body. Maybe you need a stretch, because I definitely need a stretch today. I'll offer you a yawn, my gift to you this morning. Oh my goodness. I could have stayed in bed all morning, to be honest. I was quite sleepy. There we are. So take what you need and then really start to witness the breath as you start to settle into your favorite space of this imagery meditation that we've been playing with. Allow yourself to breathe with kindness, filtering it with love and light. It's okay if there's some mixed emotions or some energy in there that you're not really sure what to do with. There's a lot going on. And then suddenly as we start to reset, we're going to find ourselves surrounded by more energies. A lot of us have just been in a bubble. So if that gets a bit tricky for you, just know that we're all in the same boat and that we understand, and maybe sharing it out loud helps us feel a little bit better. And it's okay if you don't want to. You can do whatever you want. Yes, you can. Just shine bright. Our only obligation in this human life is to simply be who we are and shine with radiance, which is our highest vibration. It's what it wants to be. It doesn't want to be the shadow self. It doesn't want to be the dark self. It wants to be shiny and bright and leaving little footprints of light for people to follow, lifetimes to follow. Yes, it's kind of great. Take what you need here, and then I'll take my pranayama mudra. I've been working with that again, where the two peace fingers come away and the pads of the thumb, ring finger, and pinky finger come together. Well, this prana is universal life energy, and then this beautiful mudra, that acupressure for the soul, is said to help release and start to activate inactive energies in our body. So it could be stagnant energy, it could be fun energy, it could be something that needs to be looked at or revisited, it could be something that creates a little fear, maybe something that creates a whole bunch of love. You decide how you deal with that today. And as we move into our mind's eye, and for me, I always go to my beautiful cabin in the universe, my safe space over my beautiful rose bridge to get there. Over the troubled waters, so symbolic. Lovely ravine, but that beautiful bridge to cross and come to my cabin always allows me to feel safe and at home. So wherever you are in your mind's eye, where you come, maybe it's a staircase for you, maybe it's a lighthouse, whatever it is for you that works, and you find yourself in your safe space. Imagine there in front of you a rushing river. Not the kind that we'll cross today, but I want you to find yourself there standing in front of it. And notice the rocks at your feet, smooth, and the earth brushing over it. All of the rocks here and there, maybe they're different colors, maybe they're gemstones, maybe they're tiny little petals. Oh, there could be petals. I like that. Maybe the wind that was here yesterday in Kamloops, in the sacred land we get to call home. All the cherry blossoms and the lilacs blowing around. And just notice even here, there might be some leaves and twigs and whatever they are, just notice. My favorite analogies I've read over the years is how a bird will bring in a large stick to a nest. If it doesn't fit, it'll try a couple times. And it just lets the stick go and goes and finds another one. It doesn't stomp its feet and cry and freak out. Well, maybe it does, I'm not a bird, but it just lets go of something that does not fit, of something that does not work. Just simply lets it go and finds another. And continues to do so until it does, never giving up, as the nest and building it is its goal, its intention, its purpose. So when we think about Dharma in the spiritual world, in the yogi world, our purpose in life is to simply create meaningful change in the world. And we can do that with one simple smile at a time. And often in these troubled and uncertain times, we can come across a space where we feel very confused, or we have a blockage that we can't figure out what it is. It might even simply be a feeling, not a person or a thing. It might be a feeling that's keeping us here, keeping us stuck, keeping that inactive energy from moving about and either escaping or being put to good use. You can decide what good use means for you. Let's take a breath together. Inhale. Witness the breath. Filter it with love and light, and let it extinguish out of your body with just as much love and light. So notice at your feet again these beautiful stones. Doesn't matter what they are. Look down in your breast pocket, and how convenient that you're wearing a nice breast pocket shirt. And in it is a Sharpie. The Sharpie could be any color you want. Any color. Decide now. Just choose. Don't even analyze it, just pick it. Maybe it's a good old black Sharpie. Maybe it's one of the silver ones. Maybe it's sparkly. There's lots of cool Sharpies now. And I want you to pick up a rock, and I want the rock to be at least the size of your hand, and allow it to be smooth on one side, rounded, whatever it is. Just allow it to be smooth enough so that you can write on it. Just notice, well, we've done this style of meditation before. I want you to really focus here under the new moon. Focus under the Venus retrograde that's been going on, and that feeling of what do I value? Who do I value? And I certainly hope that the who is yourself. And a reminder of Maitri, Sanskrit word for the practice of self-kindness. So here perhaps you stir up an emotion, and that emotion can be anything. If it is simply love and compassion, so be it. If it's confusion and the unknown and the anger, maybe it's a good old swear word and you need to just let some stuff go. LSG. Find something that comes to mind. It may be a phrase, simply one word, one feeling. Take out that Sharpie. Pull the lid off with your teeth. And take the rock in your left or right hand, depending on which hand you write with. And write your word or your phrase on your rock. Whatever it is, don't overanalyze it. Might be song lyrics. Might be someone's name. Maybe someone you do have that grievance with. Whatever it is, write it down. And in the same way we do fire rituals where we burn something up in the flames, which we've done often, this one will be slightly different. Because perhaps this one will take the time of the lunar cycle to clear. Find the intention that you wish to set or feeling you need to let go of. If you need both, use the other side of the rock. Turn it over. If you're indecisive, as I am feeling today, my rock is covered in many things. And those of you with a whole bunch of Sharpies in your pocket, you got a little pocket protector going on there, have fun, get creative, it's okay. Take some time here. Notice everything that comes up, the sound of the rushing water, the coolness that it brings to the side of your face. Allow yourself to be under the stars. No moon, just stars. This beautiful galaxy and this space and this rock that we're spinning through, finding our place in this human existence in this strange time. We are all here together. When you're done playing, I want you to use the strongest arm that you have. Perhaps one isn't as coordinated as the other and it's not going to go very far, you know what I mean. Maybe you have one that can do an arc so high that when you throw it into this rushing water, you may not even see where it lands in the dark, under the twilight and the sky, and the beautiful stars in the Milky Way. Maybe you can see the Big Dipper and the North Star. Maybe in the moment when you're arcing up, you see the beautiful northern lights dancing. Just notice what comes up for you. Give that rock a kiss, flip at the bird, and whale it over there. Just let it sail as far as you can throw. And at the sound of the rushing water, you can't even hear it kerplunk. And that's perfect. And just at the stones at your feet, imagine that the stones at your feet at one time had words on them, etched by ancestors, guides, and loved ones, angels from the other side. Imagine every single one of those rocks at your feet once upon a time had carvings in them, words in them, feelings and energies that needed to be released or activated, intentions that were set in ritual. And with time and generations, the magnificence of Mother Nature, they were worn smooth again for us to use. So as your rock finds its place at the bottom of this very tumultuous and roaring river, know that while it may take time, it is there for now, making its imprint, allowing the feelings to dissipate with every wash of the water, allowing them to be embedded back out into the universe, into Mother Nature. Whether they're confusion or pure love, we are one. Just let yourself be here. Let your gaze come up towards the night sky. Notice a shooting star. Notice a new constellation if you haven't seen them before. Notice Venus. Just be. Allow the stars to shift in any way that you need to in your mind's eye. This is your safe space. And if you still have your prana mudra, notice the feeling in your hands, in your fingertips. Notice the feeling in your heart. And softly draw your hands up towards your heart, putting the left on top, bottom, and then the right on top of the left, pressing into the heart. Softly rock back and forth. And sometimes in these meditations, if you find you have accidentally or purposefully been facing north, just notice. There's no right or wrong. The beautiful sunrise in the east. Softly rocking back and forth, feeling your breath. Inhale together. Exhale to Om if you'd like to join. Or your bumblebee, you decide. Vibe high, my friends. Allow yourself to gently sweep your hands away from your heart, pulling energy, and just allow it to be. Whether it feels heavy or light, just let it wash away and share and become one with all that is. We are one, my beautiful friends. We are one. And these connections that we come together on these days, really in these morning ritual, whether you're doing it at night, doesn't matter when. I do not believe in happenstance. I believe everything happens for a reason. And the word value keeps coming up for me. What do I value? And I was really annoyed with myself when I was not what I valued when that came up. So we're shifting that and we're working on that. Solar plexus chakra, lots of work to do there. And well, it's a lifetime practice, probably a few thousand, so it's okay. And then I come right back to my tree, M-A-R-T-R-I. Lots of people say Maytree, but I like my tree. So it's an ancient practice of self-kindness, and that's where we always need to come, not be a critic of what comes up for us. But man, that rushing river for me, I could feel the coolness of it splashing on my face, and all the grievances and all the love in the universe right now, the confusion and the joy, as we as a planet are all feeling the same things at the same time. It's a very unusual time and a wonderful, and we need to appreciate this time that we have. As weird as it is and as confusing as it is, the entire globe is feeling this, no matter where you are. It's amazing. Even the farmers in the smallest part of the world, there's no way they don't feel the resonance of the globe right now. So as we are here in this new moon, it's a beautiful time to set intentions. As we come into the first day, this is the first day of the 29-day lunar month. And again, these magical things happening over the next month. So let's see where it takes us. Let's go for the ride. And I will admit to feeling pretty tuckered out. Yeah. So let's pick our card. Got my beautiful selenite rod sitting on top of these. These are the Ancients cards. These ones are quite rad. They're more Wiccan feel, and they're pretty rad. So we're gonna actually come over here. Huh. All right, there it is. Let's have a look. See? Oh, it's that same one. What a surprise! I think we've had this the only 3 times that I've used this. This is the one. It's Omen. So it's a beautiful card looking out a window. It's about birds. Yeah. So it's pretty rad. We've used these cards I think 3 times since I got them, and that is the 3rd time that card has come up. So that's pretty cool. So we don't always end this with namaste, but I do humbly bow to the grace and the magnificent light in each and every one of you. You're a kaleidoscope of awesomeness, and that kaleidoscope includes the good, the bad, the ugly. I call it the Clint Eastwood effect. And yeah, we beat ourselves up. People think, oh, there's clarity and there's emotions, or there's thoughts and there's emotions, and we can, but you know, the two are always muddled. So do we give ourselves that chance to let the mud settle and the water clear? Sometimes we really need that breather to do so. And I guess I needed to hear it today, and maybe someone else did as well. So have fun with that today. And I look forward to seeing you tomorrow. Yeah, it'll be nice. Oh my goodness, and I'm up. Enjoy your new moon, my friends, in whatever way that works and resonates for you. It's a beautiful time. It's gonna come in and see if anybody has anything. Hi, friends. Good morning. Hi, Janet. Hello. Yeah, let our hearts and minds connect with love and abundance of joy and laughter. Indeed, I am abundant. I am abundant, right? I know, it's a beautiful thing. Thank you so very much for joining me today. Have a glorious day, my friends. Namaste.